What if the thing under your bed wasn't just your imagination? Welcome to the Dusk Watches, where nightmares come to life. Imagine this. You're driving alone on a dark, empty highway. It's 2:57 a.m. Your favorite late-night radio show is about to begin. You tune into 103.3 FM, but instead of music, instead of a familiar voice, you hear only static. Now imagine, that static knows you're listening. This isn't just a story. It's something that really happened in a quiet American town called Auburn Hollow. And to this day, no one dares turn on the radio after 3 a.m. Why? Because those who did were never the same again. Auburn Hollow, population 4,000, a sleepy town where everyone knew each other, and every night ended the same way. With a warm drink, a porch light, and 103.3 FM. The station's show Night Echo had a cult following. Rick DeMarco, the voice behind the mic, had been hosting it for 17 years. His smooth voice, local ghost stories, and midnight dedications kept people comforted during long nights. But on October 12th, at exactly 3:00 a.m., Rick didn't speak, no song played, just static. And then, things got strange. Hannah Wells, a nurse on night duty, was the first. She fell asleep in the break room with the radio on. The next morning, her co-workers found her sitting up, frozen, eyes wide open, hands clenched. The word "listen" was carved, not written, carved into her forearm. Then Jacob Harper, a long-haul trucker, veered off a perfectly straight road into a ditch. The dashcam footage showed him laughing, whispering to something on his radio. Third was Corey Matthews, just 17, a gamer with late-night habits. His mom found him in front of his PC, headphones on, blood leaking from his ears. The police called it coincidence. The local news called it fatigue. But Rick, he said it was the signal. 3 days after the static began, Rick showed up at the sheriff's office. Unshaven, trembling. He hadn't been seen since the first broadcast went silent. "It's not me," he kept repeating. "They're using my voice." He claimed that during one of his late-night shifts, he fell asleep at the mic. When he woke up, the studio was filled with noise, a frequency he'd never heard. It was intelligent, alive. "I didn't speak," he said. "It spoke through me." The sheriff, half amused, half disturbed, asked Rick what it wanted. Rick only whispered, "To be heard." Over the next 72 hours, the entire town began picking up the signal. Even people who didn't own radios. Cell phones buzzed with white noise. Car speakers crackled on ignition. Baby monitors whispered strange voices, some in reverse, some in languages no one recognized. A tech-savvy teen tried to decode the audio. He played it backward, slowed it down. The result? A single message, repeating, "Awaken." That night, dozens of people walked silently to the radio station. No shoes, no jackets, some in pajamas. They stood outside, staring at the building, unblinking. Rick tried to stop it. He broke into the station, poured gasoline, and set it on fire. But the tower still transmitted. The fire department arrived too late. The station was reduced to ash. But the static kept playing, not just on 103.3 FM, on every frequency. Emergency sirens failed. GPS systems glitched. Even heart monitors in the hospital began to hum in rhythm with the static. People in the town reported seeing figures in mirrors, hearing whispers from drains, feeling watched in total darkness. Some began to vanish entirely. Others spoke in unison, a chant, soft but unending. We are the signal. You are the receiver. Auburn Hollow was quarantined. The government blamed EM radiation contamination. The land was fenced, sealed, abandoned, but the signal didn't die. Travelers along Route 19 sometimes report strange bursts of static on their car radios. People who stayed nearby say their TVs turn on at 3 a.m., always to a black screen with one word in white text, tuned in. And some swear, if you drive past the fence and roll down your window, you'll hear Rick's voice still echoing softly. Welcome back to Night Echo. Stay with us forever. So, the next time your radio glitches, don't fix it. Don't listen. Or you'll become part of the broadcast. If you heard a signal that said only one word, awaken, would you keep listening or turn it off? Let me know in the comments. And if stories like these give you chills, hit that like, smash subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a signal. I mean, upload. See you in the next horror transmission.